What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC. Brian here, and some of you may already know I've been working on my SCX24, and I got a cool model a day or two ago, one of those little JADA Toys models, and they're fully die cast, and well, here we are. I had basically tore apart my little SCX24 as soon as I did the unboxing, just because it was so close to just hopping on there and kind of taking off out the door and right on down the street. Well, it was a little bit longer of a journey than that, but in this short video, I'm gonna kind of go over what I had to do to get it to where we are right now, which is I'm so excited. I apologize for showing my teeth too much in this video because I'm very excited. Now, I did take very little bit of video out in the kitchen and the living room because it was already dark outside. I've actually uploaded a short already. I'm all frothing at the mouth and kind of showing kind of what this thing looked like, but we're gonna run some of that footage for you throughout this portion now, maybe even some at the end. Not the brightest video on the planet, but I'm gonna get to show you all nice and bright, kind of what we got going on right now. As you can see, we've got our full die cast JADA Toys body. It is installed. We are mobile. We can do cool things. I just noticed how it does kind of like this little hoppity, because remember, this is extremely heavy. Now, the only reason that we were able to put this big heavy body on here and not bottom out our SCX24 is because I had already beefed up our shocks with those cool little aluminum adjustable shocks in there. Reason we did that is because originally, I had made a little FPV POV car. On the front bumper, I would put my little FPV camera along with my big heavy GoPro Hero 8 right in the center and a 2000 milliamp battery. All of this went on top of this chassis over whatever terrain I chose. In water, didn't even matter. I was gonna go do it. Well, then I was at Walmart and I saw this body. I actually saw this body and, well, 3 or 4 more truck bodies. This was not the one I wanted, but it'll do. I'm okay with it. So, let's start with the installation itself. Now, the body was attached to a car, okay? It had wheels, it had, you know, it was a cool model in its own right. 20 bucks, really nice model, very, very sharp. The doors open, the front doors, the rear doors do not open, but the front doors open. It had a engine compartment in here, you know, the hood opens. The tailgate opens and folds down. So in its own right, it was a nice model, and it did give you one option. It allowed you to swap out the wheels. It come with these really cool 32s or some craziness on there, and then you could swap them out for like the stock wheel with a little bit bigger tire. Not exactly sure how you were supposed to do that because I had to break the wheels off of the truck to get to the axles. So thankfully I didn't buy it to do that swapping the wheel thing because I'm not exactly sure how to do that properly because I did not. So basically 6 screws got us into the chassis. I went ahead and threw the chassis behind me because I knew I was just dealing with the body. I needed the chassis shortly thereafter, so I had to go run and find it. The reason I needed it is because there was no real way to bolt this thing down and to have access to it all the time. So I kind of had to Velcro it. It was either that or magnets. And because the body was already metal, I thought magnets were just going to kind of kick it all over the place. So I have some really good Velcro that I use. I mean, you can tell that's in there. It's not coming off. Good to go. What I had to do with the chassis was I had to kind of clip off an inch in the front and an inch in the rear. And what that gave me was something to Velcro to the chassis. Basically, I had the front and rear bumper, which was just this little sliver of plastic That's not going to hold on to anything. So I lopped off an inch front and rear, bolted those back to the body, put Velcro on the chassis and the body, and well, here we go. I mean, this has a battery and a full-size ESC, I mean, a full-size receiver, and I mean, I'm not going to shake it to death. Sure, it'll come off, but aluminum rims, crappy Velcro, that truck would have just fell right off. And as you can see, I mean, you don't hear any Velcro popping. I mean, it's good to go. Oh gosh, there's just so much. How does this not look amazing? So as you guys can see, all of our doors still work. The hood still opens, you know, everything still goes. We still have the full bed. That was one of the main things that I wanted to make sure I kept. You know, a couple of the comments were like, just drill the bed out. Well, if I would have had to, I would have. Trust me, this body was going on this chassis, but I didn't have to. I shoved all of those electronics inside this cab. No joke. I literally have the battery attached to the chassis. It's not coming out when I charge it. It is going to charge where it sits. Then I Velcroed the full-size ESC to the top of the battery. Those are Velcroed to the back of the receiver, which the steering wheel is comfortably resting on right now. There's no more room in there. If you get really close, you can see wires, but that's fine. Nothing's coming out of the truck. Oh, and then that cool front plate I was telling you about, I had no suspension in the front because it was smacking into the top of my steering horn. No big deal. I went ahead and chopped a little section for my steering horn to come out, and as you can see, no issues with steering whatsoever. I mean, come on, guys. Look how beautiful this thing is, and it runs exactly how it did when I had my big heavy camera and my 2000 milliamp battery on it, which was good, very good. So what you're gonna see coming in the next day or two is a video of this out doing some really cool stuff, trailing to the max, and might even, who knows, might even ghost ride the whip too. I mean, come on. What Lexan body are we allowed to open the doors and go driving around on? I may put a little teeny tiny trailer hitch in the back here and maybe tow a little boat or something. I mean, comment section is yours, guys. I promised I would keep this short, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Enjoy a little tiny bit more footage of this thing running around the house a little bit, and just know that we're going to get you guys another very cool video of our happy little die-cast truck. I mean, come on. Come on. Comment section is yours, guys. Hit me up down there. Tell me what you guys think. Till next time, it's Brian. This is Amazing RC, and this is my new SCX24 JADA Toys die-cast truck.